Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we are going to cut clutch number 8. And this was actually Danky Kang's final clutch that he sired before me before he found a new home. Danky Kang was a banana fire super enchi, and he was bred to Annie, who is my oldest stayed tenured snake here, who is in Lemonblast, which is pastel pinstripe. So they had she laid 7 eggs, 1 bad egg, one, I don't remember if it was a slug or if there were no veins in it, and I believe she had the same exact clutch last year, 7 and 1. But 3 of them have pipped already, so I'm going to cut all of them to make sure they're all okay and see what we got. Hopefully, I think 2 of them that I saw were already bananas, which is good. I think last year maybe we got 3 or 4 bananas out of a clutch with Annie, and I was trying to hit banana pinstripe, and I only actually had 1 pinstripe out of 7 babies. And this seems like it's even though you're supposed to hit the genes 50% of the time, things never work out that way. And I know on my big Puma clutches, in the first clutch I had 1 out of 4 that were pinstripe, but then I hit 3 out of 5 on the second that were pinstripe, and then I hit 2 out of 6 on the third that were pinstripe. So the odds are weird in sometimes, even though they're supposed to be 50% of the time. 50% of the time, I guess it averages out if I had, what was it, 3, 5, 6 out of, I think, yeah, I guess, well no, I bet you that was maybe 40% of those were, 30% were pinstripe out of those 3 clutches. So hopefully we had better odds here, and hopefully they're bananas as well, because I like the pinstripe and banana combos. So let's start cutting them. Okay, so as you can see, this little dude here, who is not a banana, has his head poking out already. Let's see if we can get him to go back in. If I can, I'll start cutting him. If not, maybe he will go back in by the time. Nope, he's not going in. So we'll start. This one has pipped, and this one has pipped as well. So let's start by cutting those 2. I think this one's a banana for sure. I think the other one is too. There's like 5 different spots where this snake cut through the egg, which is kind of neat. Usually it's just like one nice little spot where they cut through, but this one, and look at that, on the very first the very first one we got a banana pinstripe. Now the other genes we have in play in here, Dad's super enchi, so this will be enchi too. So we have a 3 gene animal off the bat, and if I could get its head out of here, I could tell you if it's, can't see its head, I can't get it to come out. So it could be a pastel or fire. So again, the genes we have are pastel, pinstripe, super enchi, banana, and fire. So everything should be enchi in here. And this one, so this one has at least 3 genes. It's a really pretty snake if we can get it to focus there on the snake. Really bright. Not the typical purples that you'd see in a banana. That's probably because of the enchi and the pinstripe. But Danky Kang, actually, he was like just a bright yellow snake. And there's a little bit of like orange in him from what was left of the patterning from the super enchi and the fire, but there's absolutely no purple in him at all, even as a baby, because I got him as a hatchling and I grew him up. But that's usually, the purple comes out a lot when you get the black pastel in there. But that color does not usually stay. The nice thing about him was that he actually stayed with his bright colors his whole life. So this one is actually not a, I thought this was a banana, but I'm actually thinking, yeah, it's not a banana. So that is probably an enchi firefly by the looks of it, considering everything is enchi and how bright that is and how much flaming it has. Let me try to get the camera to focus here. So that looks like it's an enchi firefly. It's a really bright snake. It's really pretty. but it is definitely not banana. So enchi firefly there. Actually, sold a couple of my other clutches. This guy's still not going in. He's really dark, the snake here. Go in there. Go in there, buddy. Nope, okay. We'll move on to a different egg. Hopefully you're deciding to move before we get back to you. Hopefully get some better odds with hitting bananas here. You know, it's when you're breeding bananas, you're trying to get bananas. People love the way they look. This egg is really, really yolky. I don't know if this one was ready to come out or not. This one is a banana. And this one looks like a pinstripe too. I am hitting banana pinstripes left and right here. So that's 2 for 2 so far. I don't want to peel this one open yet because there's still a lot of veins in there. If you can see that, all the veins are right up top. And I don't want to puncture those any more than I need to. There's still a lot of goo in there, and I don't want to disrupt that snake too much because it's obviously not ready to come out yet. But we had another banana pinstripe. So I had no luck last year, and I'm 2 for 2 so far with the 2 bananas I hit. So that's pretty cool. Let's go to this little tiny one here. There's 2 smaller eggs. This is one of them. Let's see what we got going on here. Alrighty, let's snip. It's kind of crazy how far along, you know, some of these eggs are like just ready to go. I already had 2 pipping out. There's barely any egg goo left inside. They're ready to pop out. And some of these are just still, you know, tons of veins, tons of egg goo. And well, I think we hit another one. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think we did. It's definitely a pinstripe. And I'm assuming it has to be banana because of how yellow it is. Let's see if I can get that in there. And that one has a very bright head, so I'm assuming that's firefly as well. That might be all the genes, maybe? Maybe it's just a pastel. But that's a pretty cool snake too. So possible we're 3 for 3 with the pinstripes. And I don't believe this one doesn't look like it's pinstripe. And this one isn't. It's kind of weird so far that if I'm looking at it right, the ones that I had that are bananas are all pinstripe, and the ones that I have aren't pinstripe. So that's sort of weird. So this is Annie's second clutch with me. Two years in a row. I got her when she was a little under 1,000 grams, and I raised her up for like a little over a year. Wow. Now this one's not banana, but it's pinstripe. And there's a really cool head stamp on this one. So obviously enchi pinstripe, and if I can get the head to come out here, there's definitely a lightning gene on this too. I don't know if I'll get that to come out. So that's enchi pin. Wow, what's that's 4 so far that are enchi, or I mean pinstripe. That's a pretty snake too. This is nuts. I couldn't hit pinstripe for the life of me last year, and I have 3 of which are bananas. And hitting 3 bananas on this clutch is good too. If I hit, I'll be a little under 50% if I only have these 3 banana. If this is banana, then I will be over 50%, which is always fantastic. And you know, when you only have 7 eggs, you can only be over or under. You can't be dead on with with you can't be dead on 50%, but I would love for this one to be banana, because people love their bananas, and it doesn't look like it is, but it's a pretty snake. Big snake. Let's see. It's definitely enchi. No pinstripe. Wish I could get its head out of here a little bit. Probably maybe just pastel enchi, maybe. It's a pretty snake. It's really, really black. I'm thinking that one's just a pastel enchi. So, got all that goo off of me. So, oh, I forgot about this guy. This guy, look at that. It looks like a sarcophagus. I don't know why it's not focusing here. I'll get my hand out of the way. Camera wants to track human eyes, but it won't. Oh, I don't know. Come here. Focus on my egg. There we go. Looks like an Egyptian sarcophagus thing, like from the side, where they always have like the nose sticking out of the statue. So this dude is just straight up okay with hanging on the egg. Let me see if I can coax him to go back in. Come on, buddy. Get in there. I don't want to have to cut around you, but I will. You don't want to squish your head back in there, do you? Can you not squish your head back in there? Do you need help? Alrighty. Well, let's do a little safety cut there. Oh, snip, snip. Alright, there we go. Let's see what you are. I mean, by the color of him, I was gonna say, this might just be an enchi. The odds? No, I would say there's definitely some. Try to work this around. There you go. There we go, buddy. Maybe thinking this is enchi fire. There's a lot of flaming coming up the sides on his dark areas there. And I'll be able to show you guys a little better when they all come out, but if this is enchi fire, and this is, I think, pastel enchi by the head stamp, and this one's enchi firefly, I can show you the difference between all three of them and how they look. This one has a bright head stamp. If it's enchi pinstripe, maybe pastel fire or firefly, I don't know. This one, the stripes on this one are a little thicker and they're really orange, whereas the stripes on that one are a little darker, and these stripes are kind of in the middle, so they're all over the place. And this one obviously isn't a banana, so it's hard to say. The three bananas all look like they're pinstripe, so we have three, at the very least, banana enchi pinstripes. We have an enchi pinstripe possible firefly. I think this is a enchi fire, pastel enchi, and enchi firefly. So we hit pretty good odds. I mean, the worst that we could have done in this clutch was a single gene enchi, and I don't believe I hit that. The only thing that could possibly be single gene enchi is this guy here, but there's like the slight blushing on the top of their head. And it's a pretty bright snake. I'm thinking that might be the pastel popping through. So again, that's that's good odds. If I didn't hit any just single gene enchis in there, everything's at least 2 genes, and the bananas are all at least 3 genes, and most likely something more, because none of them look like they're just that plain. This guy's head is almost completely white. I can't see their other 2 heads very well. This one looks like it might actually be the coolest colors. This is good odds. Nothing crazy in this clutch. I wasn't expecting anything crazy. I was just trying to make sure some of the snakes were doing their work. And this is more kind of a here's some introductory snakes for some folks that were looking to buy something from us. So, you know, a lot of more, you know, entry-level ball pythons, but 3 really cool-looking bananas, and I can't wait for them to come out to see what they look like here in a couple of days. So that's it for today's video. I think the next couple ones coming up, there's probably going to be one. I have a Blue-Eyed Lucy clutch hatching. I think there's 4 good eggs in there. 2 of them went bad. They're like all moldy, and I'm going to keep those and show those to you as well. And then I'm going to have some IDs of Big Puma's other clutches that have come out. So that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by.